FC Dallas ushered in a new era of soccer in North America recently when the club broke ground on the $39 million renovation project that will bring new locker rooms, premium seats, and the National Soccer Hall of Fame Museum to Toyota Stadium. The team expects the game-changing project to be done by the end of 2017.
The new National Soccer Hall of Fame will have the history of our game where we honor all of those that have come before us.
I was working with MLS and I was doing the broadcasting for Major League Soccer, and I came to Frisco and there wasn't a building around this place. There wasn't fields that were over there for young kids to play on, and it's just spectacular. I think having a Hall of Fame gives inspiration to everything that life has to offer.
Óscar Pareja helped establish Colombia as a soccer powerhouse in the late 80s and early 90s. That's why, in 1991, when he and his Independiente Medellin teammates received an invitation to play soccer in a prison, they said yes. That invitation was from drug lord Pablo Escobar. In this week's Elephant Auto Insurance Off the Pitch, we continue our conversation with the FC Dallas head coach, who details what it was like at Escobar's infamous La Catedral prison.
And obviously I knew that the one who was there in prison was not anyone, but it was someone who represents a lot for the country in that matter.
Did they welcome you as guests, or were you there to do a job?
What I do remember is that the people came and treated us like kings. You know, we knew that what we represent to these people. Now I was very curious, for sure, to know who was the individual there. You know, and because you don't do that every day, and then being around them, and especially Pablo, I didn't know him from before, and we talked for maybe an hour and a half about soccer with them. They were very curious about the small details, how this guy do this, and how is this match against the other team, and they ask you questions like a real fan, you know. And I compare my time now and that time, and we were in the middle of all this drama. We didn't understand how big was it, and how big was that being seen by the world. Now I see it from here, and I understand the fascination. I do.
Did you have a sense at the time the magnitude of this man?
If you ask me when I was 21 years old, what was my opinion about him, I can tell you now what I thought. I thought it was the person who created more damage to my country ever. At the same time, and people may know that he was a guy who was very loved in our country. He helped, and he was the Robin Hood of the time. It was the guy who get food and build houses and fields, and give soccer shoes and soccer balls, and get into the poor people or the people who is in disadvantage, and provide to them. So he really was that Robin Hood in our community. I knew that it was the opposite too. He was creating that damage to my country and to the world, and doing something that is so bad. But we were part of that community. We were part of the good and the bad, because we were just sitting in the middle there playing soccer and being exposed to people who think this way and the other way, and we was just entertaining them and giving them happiness and giving them joy, because soccer in our country is all, it means everything from Monday through Sunday. That's the day that everybody's working at, but waiting for that one match. So that's what it means.
You can hear the third and final part of that interview next Saturday right here on FC Dallas Extra Time. And you grew up in Argentina, and you experienced that Colombian team. I mean, you watched that Colombian team that Óscar played for, that national team. What was that like, really experiencing the success and this team that was so dominant on the world stage, that Colombian squad?
At that moment, obviously, I was really, really young, but obviously we remember that team battling with Argentina for the qualification, and Argentina has as well really, really good players with Maradona and obviously, I can name Canigia, I can name everybody, but obviously they were a little bit ahead of Argentina in that moment, having a very good and talented players as Óscar and obviously Valderrama, Higuita. It was a time that these players were making a statement in soccer and South American soccer for everybody. So we enjoy it in that moment, that rivalry that they have it in the South America. And obviously they show to the world how good they were in that moment.
It's a fascinating time and certainly a fascinating story as well. Much more to come here on FC Dallas Extra Time. We are getting you ready for tonight's match against the Sounders, who are still looking for their first win on the road in 2016. FC Dallas is back home Thursday, June 2nd in a match presented by Aldi. Be there as the home club tries to avenge its 5-0 early season loss to the Houston Dynamo. Log on to fcdallas.com for tickets and more information. FC Dallas has an exclusive offer for fans who haven't had the chance to experience a game at Toyota Stadium. For just $25 a ticket, you can get free parking, a pregame stadium tour, a personalized gift sent straight to your seat, and a chance to take a picture on the Toyota Stadium pitch after the game. Visit firsttimeoffer.com for details.